G'day guys, how's it going? And welcome back to another episode of Hardcore Minecraft. In today's episode, we're going to be a little bit busy because we have got a lot of building to do. I want to get this room in here fully decorated, so roof, walls, everything, floor. I want to make it look absolutely amazing and finish off this build at least. We still have to come back in and figure out what potions we want for there, and we have to continue with the farms behind us, but that will be for another day. Then we're going to need to dig out where we're going to put the research facility. Now, this area, as I've spoken about before, is home to a mad alchemist. So he will be doing some research projects on different mobs and items within the game, trying to figure out what they do, why they're here, and how he could possibly use them for either monetary gain or something that'll help out the guild in itself. So that's going to be a really cool build. We're also going to need to fix up these stairs because at the moment they're a little bit dodgy. As you can see, we might have to wrap them up around properly. And then we'll be back upstairs doing some little touches on the little settlement. So off camera, I did add a little bit of a sitting area over here and a place to rope up your horses. And we added some lights throughout the pathways. But recently, I came across a video from a member of the Minecraft Twitch community, Picklebuzz, who spoke a fair bit about paths. So I've been a little bit inspired, and I want to beef up our path from outside of the Enchanted Wood, coming all the way in and through the settlement. So unfortunately, that means we're going to have to rip up all of this path that we've already done and tear down those lighting because I've got big plans for this. I want to try and push myself a little bit creatively and see if we can make this look absolutely amazing because those paths that he had were just fantastic. So I'm going to link that video down in the description, and if you enjoy having sort of natural organic builds, definitely go and check it out. The paths are amazing, and he goes through his thought process on how he builds the paths. And so with that in mind, guys, we're going to hop into our first third-person time-lapse of the episode, and we're going to tear this down and start plotting out and probably, hopefully, finishing the new path that's going to come through. So a lot of landscaping to be done, a lot of different block placing, and maybe some custom trees as well. And we'll figure out a better light design than that. So let's jump straight into it. Start. It's looking quite nice. The custom trees were like really hard, but I think we got there in the end. That one definitely looks good, and so does that one. But these two over here, it's really hard to get that sort of leaning design. It doesn't look as natural as I wanted it to, but they still fit in quite nicely. There's still a lot I want to do to it, but I've got to decide sort of how I want to fill up the blank areas. So we've got like all this space out the front of each house. And it's really hard to make organic structures. It really is. But I'm happy with our design so far. So we've got the little path leading out, which will eventually lead to the next town. And we've got a lot of clearing to do this way. But that's fine. That was expected. I suppose the next part of our path will be extending this design all the way out through the forest and out to Serenty, which is going to be hard because we're not going to want to do the exact same thing as what we've done here all the way out. We're going to have to figure out a more simple design to go all the way through. And obviously in the forest there, which we will be creating our enchanted village, that's going to have a different design as well. So that's going to be quite hard. But overall, pretty happy with the entire process. It's looking quite nice. It's got different levels, which I also like. And yeah, I'm happy with what we've come up with. So next up, we'll be heading down to the Thieves Guild area. We've got a little bit of building to do down there, as well as a little bit of clearing for the apothecary research area. I'm hoping that we can either start planning out what we're going to be doing down in the research area, or at least get some form of structure happening down there as well. Now down here, we have already started the building process. It will be in the time lapse, so you'll be able to see majority of it, but it's starting to come up really nicely. The idea that we went with was that the Thieves Guild is kind of haphazardly placing things. So like the lanterns aren't all straight, and the floor designs are going to be different throughout the rooms, which I think is going to be a cool little addition. Out through this way is going to be our research area. So we'll keep digging out past that. And our farming area is still going to be out this way, which we haven't touched much just yet. We might even hollow that out and start doing some of that as well. But the design is still going to go with that sort of underground sewer system style of build, which we've kind of replicated in here. And we'll continue that out until the research center, which is going to be pretty much a different build altogether. Build palette anyway. The farms will continue with the sewer system idea, and they'll just branch off that like we've done in here. And hopefully it comes out looking quite nice. This is only one part of the Thieves Guild build. We've still got so much more to do up here. So much more. There are rooms and rooms of this area. I'm looking forward to it starting to come together. It should look absolutely amazing. So with that, let's jump into our second time lapse for today, which will be pretty much everything underground. And we'll see how much we can get done. All right, let's do it. And that's going to be it for that time lapse. We got a little bit more done than what I thought we would actually. I thought we'd probably just get the digging done and then that was about it. But I've laid in each area that we need for our little research center. And right now we're going to quickly put up the signs for what we want in each area. Now, before we go and have a look at the signs, what this area is going to be is sort of a research area that may be extended in future builds. But for now, we've got, I think it's eight little exhibits, if that's what you want to call it. And those 8 exhibits are going to be things that seem a little bit weird with the Minecraft world anyway. And I haven't seen much explanation about them. So I'm going to create my own lore surrounding them, and we're going to be putting them in here with little lecterns at the front that will have a detailed description about why they're in our world. So the first one's going to be snowman. We'll have a nice little snow biome sort of thing in here with a couple of snowmen in there. Second one's going to be iron golems. So I don't exactly know what we're going to do for the inside of this, but there'll be iron golems, maybe 2. Horse and a donkey. This doesn't really need much explanation, but I would like to put a horse and a donkey breeding project in here. And the same with a cow and a mushroom, because mushrooms are weird, right? And then over this side, we're going to have an end crystal, because I don't know much about them in general, and I'm assuming my guys wouldn't know much about them either. We do know they blow up, and they could come in handy one day for the Thieves Guild, so they'll be doing research on that. A ghast, because why not? If we put a nether portal in here somewhere, we should be able to carry one through, and it should knock off that advancement as well of getting the ghasts through. That's one thing I did want to say. Since we did the Old Bear and Brenny Beast advancements challenge, I have kind of wanted to go through the advancements. I don't think we have done a massive amount of them, or maybe we have, but it's probably about time that we finish it off completely. So over the course of maybe the next 20 or 30 episodes, we'll be working through all of these. We have done a fair few of them, but there's plenty more to do. So this area here will be part of that advancement thing. Next up is the dragon egg. We do have it somewhere, and we'll pop that in here with a nice little shrine to try and understand how to hatch it. And the last one is a charged creeper. I just think it'd be really cool to have a charged creeper in here with the particles coming off and build a nice little like indestructible containment unit for it and see if these guys might want to use charged creepers as weapons eventually. So that's it for this area. We will definitely be starting to put some of these less risky ones in really quickly, and then we'll work on the more risky ones like that one, and that one a little bit later on. So it should be exciting. Should look really good. It's going to have, I think, white floors and look almost like a laboratory. And we'll be putting another little area in there that will look like a laboratory. I think it's going to be really cool. Anyway, guys, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you have enjoyed this one. It's been a lot of fun to make. A lot of progress has been made up top and down below as well, so I'm really happy with that. So thank you guys for watching. I really do appreciate it. It does mean a lot, and I will catch you guys in the next episode. All right, bye for now.